What's up, homies and homettes? Josh Powell here. You're watching another episode of Amateur Pool. This is our bar box bar true bar tournament, 8-ball race to 2. Our last video we left off with me beating a gentleman by the name of Jeff. And Jeff was right up on the same table in the loser's bracket, so I just went ahead and recorded his next match as well. So he's playing Forrest. Forrest is the gentleman I played in our very first bar box video. It would have been 2 videos ago. So I figured I'd record this one, and we'll finish out the tournament after this, guys. So let's get into it. Hope everyone's doing well. Sorry it took me a few days to get this one up. I actually had to wrench on my car a little bit. I changed the timing chain, which, by the way, didn't fix my problem. That's a real bummer. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get into this match. That was Forrest. No, that was Jeff that broke. He scratched on the break. So this is Forrest with ball in hand behind the head string. That's the rules we're playing here, ball in hand behind the head string. So let's see what Forrest can do. Remember, it's a race to 2, so it should be a fairly quick match. I think this one takes longer than it should. I think it's about 25-30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. You guys already know. You saw the time before you clicked on the video. Looks like he's going for that 3 ball. Maybe he'll follow forward for the 5. Yeah, that's what he did. He just missed the 3, though. He was following forward to shoot the 5 next. The 8 ball is going to be in trouble for whoever takes solids. They're going to have to break it out. So honestly, in this situation, you could shoot the 5 right now with straight center, and the cue ball will bounce off that bottom rail, that short rail. Shout out to short rail. And straight back into the 11 ball to break up the 8 ball, but you got to be careful because that 8 could go off one of those other balls and shoot into that corner pocket where he just shot. All right, so he took the duck, made the 3. Now he's got the 5, but I would have made the 5 first and left the duck there just because you can shoot that duck anytime. By duck, I mean that ball that was hanging in the pocket, little Timmy. You already know what I'm talking about. He's got to hit this one hard, man. He put top on it, and he didn't quite hit it firm. You know, I mean, he hit it okay. I would have crushed that one. Not crushed it, but I would have hit it firm enough to spread that stack wide open and open up the 8 ball and rearrange the table, so to speak. See, shooting on these bar boxes, you kind of have to do that, right? You can't finesse it. You got to shoot everything with like a stun shot. You can't really slow roll stuff. And sometimes rearranging the table is the best route for me because also the pockets are big. So it's easier to make shots. You know, you don't have to have easy setups. You can make shots from almost anywhere on the table as long as you're shooting somewhat straight. All right, so he missed that 2 ball, but he did put it in front of the pocket, so it blocks Forrest from making balls into that pocket. So what's Forrest going to do? I think he's got to be thinking safety here. Oh, or he's thinking scratch. You know what I mean? That was my second guess. You know, first I was like, man, is he thinking safety? And then I'm like, no, he's thinking scratch, you know? All right, ball in hand to Jeff. Jeff's observing the table, trying to figure out what he wants to do. Let's take a look and see what he ends up doing here. Let us see. So Jeff is solids. The 7 ball's his problem ball. I like this. I like shooting the 4 into the side, but I like doing it with enough angle to follow forward off of the rail and hit the 14 ball and knock the 7 out of there. And he should end up on the 2 ball if he does it that way. If he goes straight into the 7 ball, oh, he thought the same thing Forrest thought, you know? He was like, all right, Forrest, I see your scratch, and I raise you a scratch. So now they're both their itches are scratched. You know, I don't know. We'll see if they do. We'll see if they have any more. We'll see if they have any more. All right, Forrest is a pretty good shot, and Jeff's pretty good too. You know, I've played them both. I don't know Forrest well enough to know how good he is. I've only played him the 1 match, which is on my channel 2 videos ago, and he shot pretty well. And I've seen Jeff shoot a bunch, you know. And Jeff's getting a lot better. He's still inconsistent. You know, he's an amateur, which we all are inconsistent, but he's maybe a little more inconsistent because he's still learning and progressing. Hasn't quite gotten to a consistency level yet. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. I'm just talking. I think he was trying to move the 8 ball there, or maybe the 7 ball, but he missed them both. Now he doesn't really have much of a shot. He's got a combo. That's what he's looking at. This is some tough action right here, though. Yeah, this combo's tough, man. It's not lined up straight. He's got off angle to shoot it. And he's down table. Yeah, it was a tough shot. It was a good try. All right, now Forrest has a real good opportunity here. He can start with a 13 with top and run down. I don't know if he has to break out the 14 or not. He's starting with the 11, which I don't hate, but I don't love it. Yeah, see, he bounces out and he doesn't have a ton to look at now. If he would have came out further, then he could have shot the 13 next. He's got the 9 ball. I was thinking that was the 1 ball right there. It looked pretty solid when I looked at it a minute ago. Jeff, you got to stay down on your shot, my man. If I don't know if you watch my videos or not, but if you do watch this, Jeff, rewind the tape and watch that back. You like jerked when you shot that. Just stay still and stay calm. You know, that's I say to myself a lot before I shoot. I'm like, just shoot it relaxed. You know, close your eyes and just try to relax as you stroke. Because if you can shoot your stroke relaxed and you don't have that tense up moment before you strike the cue ball, you're going to make way more shots.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society.
Okay, a little safety action. It's not a horrible shot. It's not a horrible shot. And that wasn't Jeff. That was Forrest who shot that last shot. So everything I just told Jeff to do, forget I said it. It was a joke. You know, I was talking to Forrest. My bad, guys. I didn't mean to mix you up. Didn't mean to mix you up. Oh, I thought that was going to go off that other ball. It's a big pocket down there. All right, we're getting to a point now. Someone's going to be finishing this game pretty soon. And it's just a matter of who's it going to be. Jeff could finish it here. His problem ball right now is the 8 ball, believe it or not. And the 7 ball can get him to the 8 ball, but he has no other shot right now. So he's going to take the 7 ball now, and he's going to have a hard road. If he makes a 7 and the 1-6 up table, he's going to have a hard road to get back to the 8 to shape it for the bottom left corner, which is where it has to go unless he banks it. So the 7 ball was his best opportunity to get shape on the 8, but it was the only shot he had. So he had to shoot it unless he wanted to play another safety somewhere. All right, just follow this forward and make sure you give yourself an angle on the 1 ball. This isn't much of an angle. He's pretty straight. Now he's going to have a real hard time getting down to the 8 ball. It was hard before, even with an angle. Now without much of an angle, it's nearly impossible to get down there. Maybe he could pound it with a lot of topspin and go 1, 2, 3 rails back down table, but man, I'm not so sure about that. Not so sure about that. That's a tough spot. It looks like he's going to make this and then have a look at the 8 ball, if I'm guessing, and he's going to end up popping the 8 ball out towards the middle of the table somewhere. Oh, he tried that follow forward shot. And if he wouldn't have hit the 11 ball, he might have gotten there. It was a tough shot, though. Not a whole lot he can do here. He can try to follow the 8 in with that stripe. You just got to hit bottom English. But the most important thing about this shot is the 8 ball has to hit that stripe dead center. If it's off to the side a little bit, it won't go in. It won't go in. He's got to hit it dead center. Nice smooth stroke, not a hard shot. You don't want to hit it too hard. You just want to hit bottom nice and smooth. But I'm not so sure that's even a plausible shot because I'm not sure he has enough to get around the 11 ball to hit that other, what is it, it's 12 ball, I think, to hit it straight. He's playing a safety. Not a big fan of that safety because I would have rather made his 12 ball and put the 8 right in front of the pocket because now if he gets another shot, his 8 ball still doesn't go anywhere. You know, he has nowhere to put it. It's still blocked up, even worse now than it was before. So really, he hurt himself more than his opponent on that safety. Forrest can still make the combo, the 11 to 12, can still make that shot and open his table up. but he's not going to do it first, or I wouldn't do it first anyway. I would, yeah, the one he's looking at right now is at the 10 ball. I would move that ball with another safety, and I think that's what he's going to do. That's a good shot. Yep, good shot. Now, Jeff can see the 8 ball, but he still can't make it anywhere. But if he hits it right and cuts it into the 12 and makes the 12 and leaves the 8 in front of the pocket, yeah, okay, now the 8 will go. Now the 8 will go. So that means Forrest needs to try to get out here because the 8's sitting right in front of the pocket and it will go in that pocket. I like starting with this combo here. And if he misses it, it should bump the 8 out of there a little bit. Should. It's not the way it worked. But he did block the 8 up. Again, Jeff has that shot where he can follow the 8 in with the 12. He just has to make sure the 8 ball hits the 12 in the center. If it hits the 12 off to the side a little bit, it won't go. Accuracy is the most important thing on this shot. When you're trying to follow a ball in, you got to be accurate. Oh, unless you double kiss it in like that. I know it's not how he meant it, but it was the right pocket, so that counts as a win. Jeff is on the hill at 1-0. Forrest gets to break because Jeff broke first. All right, looks like a dry break to me. I didn't see anything fall. Yep, here comes Jeff to the table. Now, this one's spread a little better than the last one, so we should have a little quicker game here, I would imagine. Just a little quicker. I don't hate starting with the 4 ball, but honestly, I think I like stripes better here. That 2 ball's in a real tough spot. Everything else can be made somewhere, but the 2 ball, he could have gotten the 2 ball there if he used top with a little inside, a little bit of left English, but he didn't do that, man. You know, it's hard work watching these guys play. Getting thirsty. Got to take a non-sponsored drink. You know? All right. So, he's running, but you don't... Here's number one thing that I think of anyway, and it helps me, and hopefully it can help some of you guys as well. But the one thing you always got to remember, there's no point in trying to run your balls just to make your balls until you have a plan for your problem ball. You see, the 2 ball, unless it goes past the 9, which it could, excuse me, unless he has a plan to get all the way out, all he's doing is making more room for his opponent to run out and making it harder for him if he gets another shot. So if you're not going to run all the way out, if you don't have a plan at least to run all the way out, don't just make balls. You know, move your balls around, move your opponent's balls around to make the positioning better on the table. That was close. I think he got the rail, but just barely. Sorry, guys. I think I'm going to die. If I die, call 911. Actually, no one will be here to upload this, so you won't be able to call 911 because you'll never see it. Bummer. I'll just be laying here dead. You know, I know you guys would have called 911. You know, I know you would have done that for me. So I do appreciate you, but, you know, if no one's here to upload the video to tell you to call 911, what's the point? I don't know. That's a paradox I don't even want to get into right there. Tough shot on that 6 ball. And if the 2 ball did go before, it definitely doesn't go now. And now the 6 ball's in a real tough spot as well. Yeah, he kind of made the table worse for himself. Now, he didn't do Forrest a ton of favors here either. I mean, Forrest has 2 clutters, and 1 ball sitting on the rail right next to the side pocket, which is one of the worst spots in the game to have a single ball. But yeah, he's going to shoot that ball now, and which is good because even if he doesn't make it, he doesn't really leave Jeff a shot. But what he does do is leave Jeff a look to hit his ball, which very likely will open up some of Forrest's, I don't know, open up some of his clusters. You know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm trying to say. How do you say, is it Forrest's? Forestus. I don't know. I don't know, guys. You know, it's English. It's tough. It's a tough language, you know. Plus, I don't help. It's not my first language. Just kidding. It is my first language. I'm just half an idiot sometimes. Oh, man. All right. Now, are we going to get somewhere on this wreck? Are we going to get somewhere? It's the longest 2 games I've ever seen. Just kidding. I've seen longer for sure. Oh, that was a pretty good shot right there. Pretty okay shot. That was a well executed safety. I think Jeff can come off the rail and hit his 2, but he's got to be careful not to scratch here. Oh, he hit the 2 first. He could hit it clear. That was a good shot as well. 2 good safeties in a row. I like it. Now, I think, looking at the table, Forrest could hit the 9 ball dead straight and just leave the cue ball right there behind the 9. The 9 will hit the 15, and 2 things could happen. 1, he might just leave his opponent hooked right behind the 11, but the 9 might also go in the corner off of the 15. That's the shot. That's exactly the shot I was talking about. That was a good shot. I like that. I like that shot a lot. See how close the tables are, guys? It's a true bar box. You know, it's in a bar, crowded. There's a dead spot on the back table. Front table doesn't have a dead spot, but it's also very close to the other table in the corner. So you always got to be careful people shooting on the other table. Valley, slow felt, you know, typical Valley rails. Nothing special about this table. Oh, you shouldn't have grabbed that. I'm not sure it would have scratched. It might have hit the point and came back and hit the 11. Who knows? Well, I guess even if it hit the 11, it would have been a foul. But still, you got to let that run out because you don't know what's going to happen. It could have broke some stuff up, you know, for Forrest. It was a good starter shot. I like that. And he can use the 11 to break the 15 out the rest of the way. I like this, and I like rolling forward far enough to get the angle on the 11 to break out the 15 next. That's might be perfect if he shoots the 11 with stun, comes off the rail and back over. He's not going that route, though. See, I like I like getting my problems broke out as early as possible because then you can create a real plan. Okay, he missed the shot, but it didn't really hurt him, I don't think, unless the 3 ball goes in between the 13 and 15 into the corner. And I'm not sure it does. And if it doesn't, the only other thing I could see Jeff possibly playing is the 6. Carry him off the 2 ball with the 6 into this bottom left corner pocket. It's the only other thing I could possibly see Jeff trying. If the 3 ball doesn't go. If the 3 ball goes, that's a shot. It's playing a safety. Playing a safety. Not a horrible safety. It's not a horrible. He did leave him a good shot on the 13, but it's a long shot. And when you're playing, you know, people who are not getting out and are missing shots, then this isn't a bad safety. You know, it's not the easiest shot in the world for sure. Forrest isn't even looking at taking that 13. I don't know why. He should. Instead, he's going to bank this ball. Yeah. He's playing. He doesn't. Maybe he doesn't fully think he can get out here, so he's playing. You know, he's playing kind of a 2-way shot. In case he misses, he would have left the ball up table, not giving his opponent a shot. But sometimes 2-way shots are great, but sometimes you have to play one or the other. You know, for instance, he didn't have a contingency plan in case he made that ball, which he did. Now he's looking at a super long combo, which he made. A great shot, man, which he made. I didn't expect that. It was a tough shot, man. Well done. Well done on that shot, my man. My man, my main man, you know. Oh, boy. There's Eric walking in front of the camera. Eric Bowl champ. He was actually running this tournament. Okay, that's not a loose safety, containment shot. I don't hate it. I don't hate that shot. Now Jeff's got to do something here. I think if he hits the 3-6 straight, he could put the 6 to where it was kind of blocking the bottom left corner pocket. And the only shot he would really leave for his opponent is the 13. Trying to think if there's a better option here, man. I can't see a real great play here. It's nothing that I'm like in love with for sure. It's a tough spot. Yeah, he did the same shot I was talking about, but he hit it hard. I was talking about just hitting it light enough for the 6 to come off the bottom rail and over in front of the bottom left, or at least block the bottom left corner pocket somewhat. Yeah, I mean, there is an out here. There's definitely an out here. I might start with the 15 here just because it leads to another shot. This doesn't necessarily lead to another shot. Oh, he hit good speed. Now he can bank the 15. He may be able to cut it. Yeah, I think he can cut it. These pockets are huge. If he cuts it, if he banks it though, he can run into the 2 and have a shot on the 13. Yeah, that's what he was trying to do, hold it. But he tried to hold it with speed instead of using bottom and doing a stop shot. He could have put a stop shot on that bank, and then he wouldn't have had to slow roll it. You know, that's so hard to make it bank when you slow roll because it opens the angle when you hit it soft, and it banks wider than you think. That's a good shot. Good leave. Good leave. Not much he can do here. He can try to straight back on the 15, bank it straight back by the 8 ball, but that's really the only shot he's got if he goes offensive. If he goes defensive, if he could just slow roll this into the 15, leave the cue ball right down there. He went for the bank. Oh, and got it. Look at the shape on the 13. That was a good shot, man. Well done. Well done, sir. Especially he's using a house cue. I don't know if you guys noticed or not. He's using a house cue. It's actually a pretty nice house cue. You can see the figuring on his shaft. It's a curly maple. It's a valley stick. They can actually play pretty decent with a nice tip too. I don't hate them. The balance is off on them a bit, but I've shot with plenty of decent bar cues. He's valley table. So he wants to hit this one with a little bottom so he doesn't scratch in that right corner pocket. I think if he uses center or even a little top, he might scratch. It looks like he's putting top on it. Yeah, I knew it was close, man. He needed just a little below center would have prevented that. It would have hit the bottom short rail and then hit the side long rail and then came out towards the middle of the table, and he probably would have had a shot on the 8 ball. But the problem with that is he would have had to jack the back of his stick up to put bottom on it, you know, and that makes the shot missable. So I understand why he didn't put bottom on it, but there's no point in making the shot if you're going to scratch anyway, right? So you got to try to make the harder shot that comes with the shape on the 8. So you got to try to put bottom on that one. Jeff's got a good opportunity to win this thing now. He just draws his back a little, shoots the 8 or the 7 in the bottom right corner. I know he would have liked to have drew it back a little bit more than that. This shot can be awkward now because he also has a scratch looming in the bottom left corner. He's got to be careful not to scratch down there. Now, the good news is the 8's close to the pocket, so as long as he's on the left side of the pool table, our left side of the pool table, he's going to have a shot on the 8. Yeah, he was worried about the scratch, and that caused him to miss the shot on the 3. Now, this should be all she wrote for this second game, which is going to be Forrest's, bro, I don't know. It's going to be this guy's first game. So now we're 1-1. We're hill to hill. We're going into our final rack here, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and it was an ugly break. Oof. It's what the Spanish call el horrible right there. The horrible break. The horrible. My phone keeps ringing. I keep looking over at it. You know what I mean? It's very unprofessional of me to have my phone while I'm recording, but I use my phone to control the camera, so it's kind of, I have to have it. You know what I mean? I have to, bro. It's a must, you know? It's a must. Anyway, good chat. Good talk. Back to the match. Let's get back to the match. All right, we got another tough break here again, man. You know, The balls aren't spread anywhere. There's no patterns to be had. This is going to require a couple hard shots to just rearrange the furniture. And there was one. He rearranged it a little bit, but maybe he made it worse because all he did was push everything down table. So this rack is either going to take a very long time or someone's going to have to hit a hard shot and break them up again. Rearrange the furniture. And looking at the time we have left, I don't think the game takes super long. You got to be careful not to double hit that, Forrest. Be careful there, man. That was a good job. He did a good job avoiding the double hit, but I think we still have an open table here. The stripes are starting to develop a little bit. Solids are still a little tough. Stripes are still tough too, but they may be developed a little bit better than the... Yeah, this shot could break up the table. Shoot the 15 into the 10, it makes the 13, and use inside English to come up and hit the 14-8. Okay, he did half of it, and that wasn't the 13, it was a different ball, I just couldn't see it. What do you do here? If you're trying to get out, you shoot the 15-10, and you shoot it with draw to push the 2 ball back into the 8-14 maybe? I don't know, this is tough. Or you just hit it soft, but this isn't lead. Again, remember we were talking earlier, there's no point in running your balls unless you have a plan in place to get all the way out. Like he's ran too many. There you go. I'd have to rewind the tape and watch that back, but did he double hit there? Did the cue ball come back and hit his stick? I missed it. I did, and I watched the very end of that shot as I looked down, and I'm not 100% certain, but it kind of looked like the cue ball might have hit his stick. Let me know in the comments, guys, because I didn't see it. And I'll go back and look at it after I'm done recording, but I can't rewind the tape mid-recording. You know what I mean? Mess everything up, But I am going to go back and look at that again because it looked kind of strange. Meanwhile, though, he's playing well here. If he shoots this 9 into the bottom left corner, he might be able to just stun over by the 6 ball. Or maybe he has to run into the 6 ball and use a little left spin and get over by that right side long rail. And then he's going to have a shot and an opportunity to get out here. The only thing he doesn't want to do is put top on this like that. Yeah, because that's going to leave him tough. Now he does still have a shot, but man, is it not easy being cheesy, Yeah, that's the only shot you got right there. Unless it'll go past the 6 to the bottom right. I mean, he didn't even really look at that, but that might be an option. Don't scratch on this. Yeah, I saw it coming when he didn't put no bottom. He just used center ball. All right, he might have gotten lucky and blocked up Forrest's 3 ball. Why can't I say it? How do you say that, Who ends their name with a Forrest? Forrest's. It's horrible, guys. Horrible. Words. Some words are horrible. I don't know how to say it. I can't say it, guys. We're just going to start saying that one dude's. Now that the game's almost, ooh, good shot. That's the one he needed to deal with, and he dealt with it. Problem is, I don't think he had a clear plan for his next shot because he's in a tough one now. If he can see the 6 and make the 6 or the 2, he may have a chance here still to get out. Slow roll. Oh, what a good shot, but, it's not getting any easier for him. It's not getting easier. That was a good shot on the 6. I think he needed to hit that one a little more firm. Playing a safety. Ooh. Did he leave Jeff a rail first? The side pocket might be in the way for a rail first shot here. In which case, Jeff's going to have to curve it a little bit, and that becomes real tough with that side pocket there. That point wants to jump out and grab that ball every time, It's a tough shot. Looks like he might be able to do rail first. Just hit just above the side pocket. Just above it. Oh, yeah, he hit too far above it, but he double kissed it in. Remember, he did that in the first game with his 8 ball. And he just did it again, man. He's a double kissing king, Double kissing everything. This guy's probably got mono. Something, I don't know. Anyway, if he makes this 8, that's your match. That's your match, guys. Oh, Oh, good try at it, Jeff. I know that one's gonna haunt him if he ends up losing this. That shot's gonna haunt him. He's gonna go home and think, man, how did I miss that straight shot on that 8-ball? You know how I know he's gonna do that? Because I've done it. I've been there. You know, you've probably been there too. How many times I miss a straight in easy shot for the match? Man, if I had $1 for every time I did that, I'd probably have about $10. You know, wouldn't be rich, but I could buy something. I don't know what. Wouldn't get me much gasoline. I know that. You know, wouldn't get me very far. Maybe a tournament entry. Man, maybe this little bar box tournament we're playing right now is $10. Shoot. All right, let's see what he can do now. If it's not the easiest out in the world, he's got a little clutter he's dealing with. He doesn't have a great starter shot, but if he can, I was going to say if he can make a starter shot, he may be able to do something. All right, so Jeff's got one more opportunity here, and I don't think he's going to get another one after this. So buckle down, commit to the bank. Don't think about what happens if you miss it. Just commit to the bank shot and fire that MFer in like it has eyeballs. That's all you got to do, bro. That's it. You know, it's easy to say. It's not easy to execute. It's funny. That's why I'm so good at saying it and not very good at executing it, you know. There it is, though. Get in there. So close, man. Good try, dude. I think this is probably going to be all she wrote now. He's got an easy shot on the 2. He can just stop it or draw it for the 7 and the 5, both in the same pocket past the 8-ball. And then the 8-ball, of course, goes in that pocket as well. So aside from this 2-ball, we're playing one pocket now. He's going to put everything into the bottom left pocket, guys. I don't see him messing this up, but they both struggled a little bit in this match, so you never know. If he makes this, you got to use top, so you come out to the center of the table. Yeah, ooh. You're making it dramatic, man. Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? Yes, he is. That is your match. Great job, Forrest. Jeff, you had it in the bag as well. Well fought match, gentlemen. I appreciate you letting me record. Everybody out there, out in YouTube land, thank you so much for watching, guys. You guys are the best. I appreciate you more than you ever know. If you need short rail merch, link is in the description. If you know anybody looking to buy or sell a property, email me. I'm a real estate agent, and I'll hook you up. Real Estate for a Cause Waterford is the company I work for, and a percentage of everything we make goes to charity. So if you need real estate assistance, email me, guys. I know I joke around on camera, but I'm pretty serious in business, so email me up. Perimeter Billiard Lights, guys. Don't forget perimeterbilliardlights.com. Use discount code AmateurPool. Save yourself some money. And that's it, guys. You know, that's it. Thanks for spending your time with me. And we will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.